Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Tuesday, October 7th, 2014. This is Texan TV News from Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas, and I am Tasha King. In campus news, yesterday, alumni, faculty, and students were able to participate in Tarleton's launching of the Ducks. The event started at 4:30 yesterday afternoon, and participants wrote their goals, wishes, and dreams onto yellow rubber ducks, then launched their duck into the reflection pools in front of the nursing buildings. The Ducks will remain in the pool until Saturday's football kickoff. In Stephenville news from the Empire-Tribune, the Humane Society of Erath County will hold a meeting at 5:30 p.m. Thursday, October 23rd in United Coop Community Room to talk about possible changes to the organizations and ways to get more people involved. The shelter has added more hours of operation and will now be open from 9 a.m. to noon on Saturdays. Board President Julie Crouch said the society wanted to extend its hours because 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. during the week isn't really convenient for everyone. The meeting is open to all members and the general public. The organization is also trying to get more volunteers. Anyone interested is welcome to join the team, and Crouch said it would be great to get some Tarleton animal science majors involved. The Humane Society has a hardworking team, and Crouch said they wouldn't be able to do the things they do without them. She praised members Paul Porter, Judy Hallmark, and founder Joyce Wittes. Crouch said Wittes has guided the group through these changes. And now in Texas, national, international, and sports news from the Associated Press. In Texas news, Democrat Wendy Davis is headed into the final month before the gubernatorial election with less than $6 million, while her opponent Greg Abbott has a war chest of $30 million. Both candidates spent millions of dollars in the last 2 months on television ads, including Davis, who dropped $4 million alone in August to ridicule Abbott with numerous attack ads. Davis is set to report raising $6.8 million in cash and another $1 million by in-kind contributions through various political action committees. Abbott has reported to have made $7.8 million, although it is unclear at this time if that includes in-kind contributions. The November 4th election is just 4 weeks away from today. In national news from the Associated Press, the states of Wisconsin, Indiana, Utah, Oklahoma, and Virginia were directly affected after the Supreme Court unexpectedly refused to hear appeals for cases that lifted the ban on gay marriage on Monday.
Well, to the surprise of almost everybody, the Supreme Court rejected appeals today in gay marriage cases from 5 states: Indiana, Oklahoma, Utah, Virginia, and Wisconsin. In those 5 states, state officials had asked the Supreme Court to take up the issue of gay marriage in an effort to keep their state bans on same-sex marriage in place. And even the people on the other side, the plaintiffs in these lawsuits, the same-sex couples who won lower court rulings, wanted the court to take up the issue and resolve it now. The justices didn't do that, though. In an order without any comment, they rejected all those appeals. It's impossible to say why they didn't review it, except to suggest that there weren't enough justices on the court who wanted to take up and resolve the issue now. The effect of what they did, though, is to expand gay marriage from currently 19 states in the District of Columbia to 30 states almost immediately, which is a dramatic expansion. It still leaves 20 states with state bans on same-sex marriage in place, but all of those are under legal challenge. The Supreme Court still could review same-sex marriage if and when another appeals court rules on the issue. There are cases pending in 2 appeals courts at the moment, and observers on both sides think that it's more likely that the court will review the gay marriage issue if and when an appeals court actually upholds a state ban. So far, all the appeals courts that have ruled have struck down state bans, and it's those rulings that the court left in effect today by turning away the issue.
Ukraine's prime minister says 2 drones have been delivered to countries so that international observers can monitor the shaky ceasefire between government's forces and pro-Russian separatists in eastern Ukraine. Prime Minister Arseniy Yatsenyuk said Monday the drones will be given to the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe after they are cleared by customs. The September 5th ceasefire has been routinely violated. The government-controlled airport in the biggest rebel-held city, Donetsk, is a key flashpoint, and residential neighborhoods nearby are frequently hit by artillery crossfire. Yatsenyuk says Russia is doing nothing to mitigate the hostilities. He accuses Moscow of stationing troops in Ukraine, a claim Russia has denied. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov urged all to uphold the truth and warned against blaming all violations on rebels. In sports from the Associated Press, 18-time Olympic champion Michael Phelps was suspended Monday for 6 months, making him ineligible to compete in next year's World Championship event. The 29-year-old swimmer was arrested in Baltimore on September 30th for driving under the influence of alcohol with a blood alcohol level of 0.14. By doing so, Phelps violated the USA Swimming Code of Conduct. Phelps will also have a 6-month funding stipend that will be suspended, totaling $10,500. His trial is scheduled for November 19th, and if convicted, he could face up to 1 year in jail, a $1,000 fine, and the loss of his driver's license for 6 months. This has been a production of Texan TV News, a product of the Texan News Service from Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. Tune in to Northland Cable Channel 9 on weekdays at 12:30 for each day's top stories, and Wednesdays at 1 for the week's top stories in Spanish. You can follow the Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter, and check out our website at www.texannews.net for all of your latest local, state, national, and international news, as well as all of your entertainment and sports updates. And the live stream of Texan TV News. Today's broadcast was produced by Kevin Blake and Amy Nash. I am Tasha King. Have a wonderful day, Tarleton Texans.